Everyone, today I start my PiYo Define Yourself challenge, and I'm really excited about it. I'm gonna get to stretch a bunch and move and burn cardio and put strength on, but I also decided to do the meal plan that comes with the program. I did not do the meal plan with P90X3. It was very intensive. I did eat really well, but I decided to do the meal plan before I even got PiYo because I wanted to really reap the entire benefits of the program. That's why they provide them. And then when it came and I saw how awesome it was so simple. Anyone could do it. You can eat anything you like. It's so easily organized and structured. I got really excited about it. I did decide to start the challenge off with a new product called the 3-Day Refresh. It's a detox cleanse for 3 days, so I'm going to talk about my experience over the next few days so that you guys can know what it's like. It comes in this pretty little box. I'll try and show you. And all the instructions are on the box in case you ever lose the bag. And then it comes with all the little pouches. And you do it with Shakeology. You can get this kit with or without Shakeology. So that if you are not a Shakeology drinker, you can still do the cleanse. And it has this great book that's super informative and simple and easy laid out. So I'm really excited about this. So for breakfast today, it will just be a normal breakfast. I was supposed to drink 8 to 12 ounces of water right when I got up. And I did. And now I'm going to have a shake with a piece of fruit, which is what I normally do. They said you can either mix the fruit into the shake or eat it yourself if you're concerned about the fact that you're not going to be eating as frequently. Alright, see you a bunch over the next 3 days. For stage 2 of the 3-day refresh, I started my morning off with 8 to 12 ounces of water. I actually drink 16, but that's just normal. And Shakeology. I made the Shakeology with water, which I never do. Anyone who's bought Shakeology from me knows I'm against drinking it with water. The texture doesn't stay the same. I'll actually post some photos after. It wasn't as bad as I thought. I also normally put a cup of fruit in, and I had to go by the fruit serving size, which was a half a cup. So I did greenberry. I did a little extra water today because they suggested that, so it was 12 ounces of water, a half a cup of pineapple, and some ice cubes, and it was pretty good. It was actually really good. The texture looked gross, but it wasn't as bad as I had remembered, meaning I just have gotten more used to drinking Shakeology, I guess. So then the next stage is for me to drink the 3-day refresh fiber sweep. Alright, so this is supposed to collect all the waste that your body has stored inside of it and sweep it out. From what I've read, people do really, really love the fiber sweep, but a couple of them said I had to plug my nose to drink it. I don't know if that means it has a bad smell, or if it's going to taste really gross. I guess we'll find out in a second. But everyone says that they absolutely love the product, so I'm going to read what it says on the back. Fiber Sweep delivers a scientifically formulated blend of soluble and insoluble fibers from whole ground flax, chia, and psyllium seed husks to naturally and gently eliminate waste from your digestive system while supporting healthy intestinal flora. Flax and chia are also good sources of omega-3 fatty acids. Drinking Fiber Sweep is an essential step each morning during the 3-day refresh program. So here's the back. There's 8 grams of fiber in it, which is actually a lot. Okay, so I'm going to mix it in with 8 ounces of water, which is what they suggested. I'm going to smell it first. Oh, it doesn't smell that bad. Alright, this is going to be fine. Dump it in. And it says immediately drink, so you can't drink it slowly, you just gotta chug it all down. Which if it tastes gross, which I'm assuming is the issue, not the smell, you gotta just chug it so it's brown. Not bad. Alright, here we go. Oh, I don't know why people are saying that. There isn't much flavor at all. Texturally, it's a little bit weird. It kind of tastes like your tea bag exploded. I actually enjoy the flavor. It's kind of just like an earthy water. So I'm not gonna lie, my big concern is this is gonna make me poop a ton. So we'll see what happens. I'll let you know. They say this can be done any day, that you don't need to worry about your schedule, although in my opinion, if you're going to have to run to the bathroom every 2 minutes, you would have to worry about your schedule. So I'll keep you informed of what happens with the fiber sweep. Okay, so it's time for my lunch. For lunch I have to have the Vanilla Fresh shake, which I've heard tastes like vanilla Shakeology, but a little bit thinner. With the shake, I'm going to have 10 ounces of water, and I can mix fruit in. I'm going to. The serving for strawberries is 12 medium strawberries, so I have my strawberries all set up. I'm going to blend them together. I also can have 1 vegetable and 1 healthy fat. So I think for my vegetable and healthy fat, I'm going to do some carrots and hummus. So, the Vanilla Fresh. This delicious high-protein shake will satisfy your hunger while delivering the essential nutrients your body needs for healthy weight loss. Vanilla Fresh is a good source of fiber and is both dairy and soy-free. It is 20 grams of protein, which is great, and 3 grams of fiber. Alright, so I'm going to pour that in the blender. There's water already in there. And dump all my strawberries in. Then I will blend. Okay, so everything's all blended. I paused it so you guys didn't have to listen to my blender. I did also add a couple handfuls of ice. They're all about as much water as you want. Ice is water. Now we gotta hope it all fits in the cup. Great. And let's taste. That's actually really good. It's just like a tart strawberry smoothie. Alright, have a good day. See you at dinner. Okay, so I completed day 1 of the 3-day refresh, and so far I liked it. I did stick to the program exactly as they stated with a couple minor changes. They said they prefer for you not to have coffee. If you were going to have coffee, no dairy or sugar in it. I did need some coffee yesterday, but I did drink it black, so that was okay with me. Also, they give you a list of healthy fats. One of the things that you can enjoy as a healthy fat is almond butter. I didn't have any almond butter in the house. I'm going to grab some today. So I swapped that out for peanut butter yesterday. And then I had taken my veggie snack in the afternoon and pushed it for the evening because I'm always hungry before bed and not so much in the afternoon. And I was pretty drained at the end of the day yesterday. That being said, they do recommend that you cut back on your workouts while you're doing the 3-day cleanse, or at least do modifications, and unfortunately I ended up doing more workouts than I normally do yesterday just because of some groups that I'm running. So I ended up doing 4 pretty intense workouts yesterday, and so I was extra drained last night, and so instead of having a vegetable, I just couldn't do it. I needed the sugar, and I know that's what they're trying to do, of limiting your fruit content for the day, but I needed sugar, so I had a banana with some peanut butter, half a banana with a little bit of peanut butter, and that was satisfying. I went to sleep. I did not wake up hungry in the middle of the night. I did not have explosive diarrhea at all yesterday, which was a little bit of a fear of mine. This morning I woke up. I was a little bit hungry when I woke up, but I had to drink my water and work out and then do my shake. So I did that routine, and with the water and the shake I felt pretty good. I'm about to do the fiber sweep. Overall, my energy feels good today. I do feel a little bit bloated. They did say to expect that. It's part of the detoxing process, so I'm not overly concerned. Alright, so that's my little summary about day 1, and I will post tomorrow a little summary about how day 2 goes. Alright, enjoy your day. Okay, let's talk about my day 2 experience of the refresh. I was definitely a little bit hungrier than I was on day 1. That being said, as I mentioned in one of the videos, they do recommend that you tone down your workouts, and I'm still toning mine up. So I have a feeling that the reason I've felt so hungry is because I'm burning more calories than you typically would be when using this program. I woke up feeling a little bloated. They said to expect that it was part of the detox. It's part of, getting rid of all the toxins in your body. It wasn't uncomfortably painful. It was just, I felt like I had a little pressure. The day went good overall. I decided to not put my Shakeology my fruit options into my drinks so that I could eat more frequently, which I do think was a good decision. I wouldn't have made it through the day if I hadn't done that. I enjoyed the Moroccan carrots for dinner. The recipe was awesome. And I actually added a little bit of vanilla extract because they said you could use pure extracts to my Vanilla Fresh shake at night. The Vanilla Fresh shake definitely makes you feel full. There's a lot of protein, a good amount of fiber. I always feel full after I drink it, but it's very bland. So I decided to throw something in there to try and make the flavor a little more enticing, and it definitely helped. Alright, so that's summary 2. Tomorrow will be day 3, and I'll let you know how the whole experience went. Okay everyone, let's talk about my experience on the 3-day refresh. This was a pretty awesome program. It was definitely a challenge, but I really enjoyed it. So why would people do the 3-day refresh? There's a couple reasons. One, if you are a bad eater and you want to break that habit, this is an awesome way to break your bad eating habits. It's also a good way to kickstart a particular type of healthy eating. So I'm doing the PiYo challenge. I really wanted to stick to the PiYo nutrition guide. My big concern was getting in enough vegetables. I don't have the guide in front of me, but I think I needed like 6 servings. I was probably at 3 to 4 a day. So I wanted to do this to help jumpstart me into that program so it'd be a smoother transition for me. It's a good way to fast track some weight loss if that's what you're going for. If you can't get rid of that little bit of pudge, it's a good way to clean your body out if you splurge too much over the weekend or to get ready for a big event that you want to look nice for. This is different than other 3-day cleanses for a few reasons. One, it has complete nutrition. It's a fully balanced diet. It is really high in protein and fiber. Because it has complete nutrition, it yields fat loss, not muscle loss, which is really what you're going for. And it is fairly cost effective in comparison to some of the other 3-day cleanses that companies sell. Obviously, if you're doing like a 3-day cleanse that was like a juice cleanse, it might be a little bit cheaper than if you were buying something to help you detox through a company. It is very low calorie. It's only 900 calories per day, but it's really high in protein and fiber. So you're drinking 2 protein shakes a day, which are 20 grams of fiber each. Plus you have your fiber sweep, which was 8 grams of fiber. The protein shakes also had, I think, 4. I would have to double check on that. Plus you're eating fruits and vegetables. So the concept behind it is because you're eating so much protein and so many fruits and vegetables, you are supposed to feel satisfied. But the big key is really that you're losing and detoxing the fat in your body, not just destroying your muscles that we're all working so hard to build up our strength for. So the company claims that you will expect to feel satisfied. They said that you may feel gassy, and if you do, that means in general you need to increase your fiber intake, and that you will be okay if you do a moderate level of exercise. Okay? So let's talk about me personally and what happened. I was doing this to not only start my PiYo nutrition, but because I'm only an 80% clean eater. I do still enjoy things like brownies and fudge and things that I'm not supposed to. I just try and limit it to 20%. As a result, those things are still stored in my body, okay? So it's a good idea for me to detox every once in a while to flush my system of all those things that I don't want to get rid of in my diet, okay? The other reason that I did it was because of the PiYo challenge, which I explained. I needed more vegetable intake, and vegetables aren't really a huge thing for me. So the question is did I feel satisfied? Once I figured out how to modify the program so that it worked for me, yes, I did feel satisfied. I will say this was poor timing for me. I listened to another coach's call and she said it seamlessly goes into any time of the month. Well, that wasn't quite true for me. One, I was starting a couple different challenge groups, which unfortunately required me to increase my exercise content this week. So instead of downgrading to a moderate level of exercise, I actually totally increased my exercise, which means I burned way more calories than I probably should have been burning. Okay. The other thing is that it's my time of the month. So of course I'm craving more things. I'm craving sweets. I'm craving carbs. This really only happens at this time of the month. Since I started Shakeology, I've been able to really avoid those cravings, except for my nightly little sweet craving, and so I wasn't feeling completely satisfied on day one. It was doable. I felt energized. I felt great. My muscles were pretty sore, probably because of the amount of exercise. I'm also starting a new program, so I'm not sure, if that's because I'm doing new routines or because of the fact that I was on such a low-calorie diet. Day two, I was really hungry, and then at almost the end of the day I realized I had skipped one of my veggie snacks. So once I put that in, it was fine, but at night I was craving sweets really bad. And again, I don't know if it's because it's this time of the month or if it was the program itself, because they're really trying to cut back your sugar so that you break that addiction, okay? And so I did struggle a little bit more on day two. Day three, I had it all figured out, okay? You have the option of putting the fruit in your shakes. So I did that the first 2 days and then realized this is stupid because now when I'm hungry I can't eat anything, and plus at night I want something sweet. So I took them out of the shakes. I just had my Shakeology with water, and I just had the protein shakes with water. I did add a little bit of vanilla extract. They said you could, and I just found the flavor kind of boring, so that made it a little more enticing for me. What that resulted in is instead of eating the 6 portions a day that they're recommending, or 6 times, I was able to eat 8, which definitely made me feel more satisfied. I also saved a fruit portion for before bed, which helped that sugar craving I have every night. So, day 3 was extremely successful for me. Day 2, I did feel pretty bloated and gassy. They did say that that could happen, and if it did, that means you need to add more fiber to your diet anyways. So, I'm hoping that by adding the extra vegetable servings, I'm going to be going up 2 or 3 more vegetable servings a day with the Pio Nutrition, that will help with that. I also think I'm adding 1 more fruit serving. If not, I will go back to using a fiber supplement. I used one for years until I started Shakeology to help control my IBS. Shakeology does a great job controlling my IBS, so I opted out of the fiber once I ran out, but I may end up adding it again. The fiber sweep. The fiber sweep was a huge concern for me because of the factor that I was afraid that I was going to go to the bathroom 1,000 times. I was like, oh my god, like if I'm gonna just go every 2 minutes, then how would people do this at work or things like that? Well, it didn't. Actually, day 2 I didn't go to the bathroom at all, which then started to freak me out because I have a history of IBS. I was like, oh my god, am I constipated? This is gonna be awful. Nope, not at all. Day 3 it was totally normal, and this morning it was totally normal, so I think it was just absorbing all the toxins. In comparison to the Shakeology 3-day cleanse, which I've done previously, this was slightly harder for me, but this could be because of some mistakes I personally made and not actually in comparison. So I will at some point do them both again separately, like one month, one the other, and see if it had anything to do with what I'm thinking. During the Shakeology cleanse, I did not increase my exercise at all. I also was taking E&E and Results in Recovery. I spoke with my upline sponsor, and he said because I was doing P90X3 workouts, I would burn off those calories and not to worry about it. The 3-day Refresh cleanse, I really wanted to break that sugar addiction. There is a lot of calories and sugar and carbs in the Results in Recovery to help build up your muscles, so I opted out of drinking both that and the E&E. So that definitely could have been a reason that I was craving sweets a little bit more. Plus, it was my time of the month, so that could be a reason in comparison to the 3-day Shakeology. The other thing is that with the Shakeology cleanse, which again is different, there's no fiber sweep, so you're not really pulling out those toxins the same. I saved one of my shakes. I did the stuff in a different order again, and I saved one of my shakes for before bed, so I did the chocolate Shakeology to get that sweet like that I want before bed. Again, once I figured out how to take the fruit out of my shakes, which they do say you can do, for the 3-day refresh and saving that fruit portion for a night, I'm sure next round I'll have great success and won't feel that need to have a sweet before bed, because I will be able to do a fruit instead. Now, as for my results, I lost 5.2 pounds. I'm actually really curious about this because I just don't even understand how I could lose that much weight in 3 days. I am curious how much I will put back on. So I will make another video in a few days, probably 3 or 5 days, to see how my results are maintaining. I'm curious if that was actual like waste coming out of my body. And that's what I'm hoping for, is that it really cleaned it all out. I lost 1.5 inches in my hips and 1.25 inches in my waist. So what am I hoping? I'm hoping that my portion sizes stay good. When I made my lunch today for Pio, I was like, oh my god, that's so much food. Which was actually a fun feeling, because I know I'm going to feel really satisfied when I eat it. It would be great if my inches stayed off, but I do want my weight to go back up. I am trying to put muscle on at this point. Muscle weighs more than fat, so if I put that weight back on, I'm not going to be too concerned. But I will say that from other coaches' reviews, they said their weight came off and stayed off, mostly because then they were able to continue on successful eating habits. So I will again in a few days post how long my results maintained, but remember, I was doing this for a nutrition kickstart and not a weight loss kickstart, so it's really hard for me to compare for that, although like I said, the coaches who are doing it for that weight loss kickstart are claiming that their weight is staying off and that they're continuing to succeed. If you have any particular questions, feel free to let me know. Just want to make sure that I covered everything I wanted. Alright, I think that's it. So if you have any questions, let me know, and I will probably, they say you can do this once a month, because of the severe weight loss that I had, I probably am going to do it every other month or every 3 months for a while, and see how that goes. Although I would be curious if I maintain this eating all month and then do it next month if I wouldn't have as much weight loss, but I wouldn't want to lose another 5 pounds next month personally. So let me know if you guys have questions or interested in learning a little bit more, and I can get all that information to you. Thanks, and have a great day. Okay guys, I've been off the 3-day refresh for 5 days now, and let me tell you, this product rocks. One of the other coaches used this term, and I'm going to steal her quote. It is definitely the gift that keeps on giving. So if you are looking for that little extra boost, this is it. So as I mentioned at the end of the refresh, I had lost 5.2 pounds, 1.5 inches in my waist, and 1.25 inches in my hips. That's actually opposite. I'm sorry. 1.25 in my waist and 1.5 inches in my hips. That wasn't the reason I did this though. The reason I did it is because I was starting to crave sugars a little more than I wanted again. I also wanted to detox my body from glutens and lactose. So let me tell you, since stopping the refresh, I have not had any cravings for sugar. That is incredible to me. I literally crave sugar every single night. And I have had no cravings at all. I also was able to succeed in transitioning into the Pio Nutrition Guide diet, which is the other main reason I did this. I knew I needed to drastically increase my protein content and my primary vegetables, something I honestly don't think I would have succeeded at without the refresh. The refresh forced me to eat more protein, forced me to eat more vegetables, cleaned my body out of those cravings of other things that I'm not supposed to be eating, or eating as much of, making it easier for me to continue on with success with the Pio Nutrition after completing it. So besides the first day, which honestly was just really trying to figure out how to get all this in me, ever since then I have completed the nutrition perfectly every day. I've met all my protein goals, all my primary vegetable goals, all of my secondary vegetables and grain goals. I do go a little bit over on my fruit. I'm just a fruit addict, so that's expected. And I feel completely satisfied, completely full, completely energized, which is awesome. On top of that, I am still just blown away about the no sugar cravings. Like, it's freaking me out. I even have enjoyed some things that are processed sugars, and I still am not craving the next day. So it is definitely the gift that keeps on giving. On top of that, I have had no allergies. Yay! Anyone who knows me, I am an allergy queen. Like, they should just make me queen of allergens. So the fact that I haven't had to take an allergy pill in 7 days now is huge to me. Now, for those of you guys who were interested in doing this more for a jump start of weight loss, I had originally lost 5.2 pounds. I lost 1.25 inches in my waist and 1.5 inches in my hips. I was curious if I would maintain that. Now realize I went from a 900 calorie diet, which is what the cleanse is, to around 22 to 2400 calories a day. I am eating 600 calories more than I would require for a maintenance diet because I'm trying to put a little more muscle mass on for the Beachbody Classic. And that being said, I did put on 2.1 pounds since stopping the cleanse and a 1/2 inch in my waist and a 1/2 inch in my hips. So overall, I am maintaining, and that happened like a day or two after, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to maintain this now. I am maintaining a weight loss of 3.1 pounds and a decrease in 1 inch in my hips and 0.75 inches in my waist. I'm still drinking as much water as I was on the cleanse, which is really good for people who struggle with hydration. I'm still craving water. I'm a big water drinker anyways, but I've noticed it even more since stopping the cleanse. I do feel that if someone was doing this for weight loss jumpstart, they would actually have really good success because they wouldn't go back up to such a huge calorie diet. They would go more, you know, around 1800 calories, maybe even a little bit less, depending on their needs. Remember, every single one of your Beachbody programs comes with a specific diet to go along with it, and they tell you how to calculate your calories for weight loss, maintenance, or if you're putting on muscle mass. So make sure that you read those and stick with the guides to have your ultimate success. I hope that this helps you guys decide whether or not the 3-day cleanse is the right program for you. I'm actually going to be starting a cool little mini challenge group which has the option of using the 3-day refresh in it. It is not a requirement, so I hope that some of you guys decide to join and experience the benefits of this awesome product yourselves. Thanks and have a great day.